Hi guys, it is me, Tara, coming to you from thecraftsergeant.com. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I wanted to share with you this cute little card using the Party Panda stamp set. Look how adorable that is. And this stamp set is actually a free one. Ooh, everyone likes free, right? Look how adorable it is. There's 3 little pandas in here. There's a few sentiments and a little image that looks like confetti. Comes with 7 stamps. Look how adorable these things are. So, like I mentioned, you can get this stamp set free during Celebration. For those of you who don't know what Celebration is, it is one of the best times. There's a lot of best times, a lot of good times with Stampin' Up, but this is by far like the best time of year to place orders. Reason being is because for every order that you place, if it qualifies, you get free product. And this was one of them. So when I talk about free product, you'll see here I have the Celebration little brochure. And of course, as with anything, there is a time limit. So you want to make sure that you place your orders before March 31st because that's when Celebration is over. So from anywhere between now and March 31st, head on over to my online store, which I'll have linked in my description box below, to place an order of $50 or more. That's the qualifying order. So if you place $50 or more, then you will be able to pick anything out of this catalog that has this little, it looks like Bermuda Bay, no, Pool Party. It looks like Pool Party. This little medallion here, anything that has this label on it, you'll be able to get for free. So for example, this is one of my favorite stamp sets, the Heartfelt Blooms. If you place a $50 order, you'll be able to get this stamp set for free. Now this year Stampin' Up has actually done something new. They've added a new reward level, which is a $100 reward level. So if you spend $100, then you are able to redeem one of these beautiful items, either the dies, and these are really awesome. I haven't done a video on these yet. I don't think so. No, I did do a video on this one. It was in conjunction with the Amazing You. I do remember that. I've done so many cards. I'm all over the place. Or you can choose this one right here. Look how beautiful this stamp set is. There's a whole bunch of sentiments in here. I might just actually do one of these for my series Case the Caddy, because these are cute. These are adorable. But anyways, so back to what we were talking about. Okay, Celebration. This is the perfect time to shop because you get free stuff. And what's really cool and awesome about this promotion is that there is no limit. So you can spend as much money as you want and you can redeem your rewards for as many items as you want. You can get double and triple of everything. So that's the cool part. So here is the card. Look how pretty. Okay. All right, so here are some of the items that you're going to need. Well, all the items that you're going to need. First, you're going to, of course, need the Party Panda stamp set. You're going to need some of our blends. So I use the light Bermuda Bay and the dark Bermuda Bay blends. This is a new product as well, and these things are amazing when it comes to coloring and blending. For cardstock, you are going to need a few pieces. You're going to need one that is 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, and you're going to score it at 4 1/4. But I didn't score this yet. I'm gonna have to score it in a moment. Then you're going to need a piece, and this is thick Whisper White. You're going to need a piece of basic black cardstock that measures at 4. Oh goodness, I'm having a brain fart. You're going to need 4 inches by 5 1/4. Whew, that's painful right there. I'm just mathing. It's been a long day. So 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches for this one. Then you're going to need a sheet of crumb cake that measures 3 1/4 by 5. And those are all your mats. And then I didn't take measurements of these. I guess they're about like 1 inch. But you're going to need a little sliver of basic black and Bermuda Bay. The Bermuda Bay is going to be a little longer than your basic black. And your basic black has to be big enough just to fit the sentiment Happy Birthday on it. You're going to need, of course, some paper snips to snip your flag. Now we use 2 techniques on this card. All right, so I used embossing paste on top of actual embossing powder. So we got 2 embossing techniques that I'm going to show you today. So when we emboss with the powder, you are going to need some of the Stampin' Emboss white powder along with your Stampin' Buddy, some Versamark ink, and you are going to need your heat tool for this project. You're also going to need for the paste, which I'm looking for right now. You are going to need the decorative mask. I'm using the one that has like the diamonds on it. I don't know if y'all can see that very well, but this one has like the diamonds. So we're going to use this. Here's the embossing paste. This is what it looks like. You don't want to keep it open because it dries super fast. So that's what it looks like. I don't think I've done a video on embossing paste yet, so that's going to be a treat for you guys. And then this is one of the little tools that came with it just to spread it around on the card. What else are you going to need? You're going to need some Memento ink, some dimensionals, some fast fuse. This is some baker's twine in basic black. That's what I did to create this little guy here. And clear blocks. You are going to need some clear blocks for this. Okay, just to hold your stamps if you don't have the wood mount. All right, so let's put all this stuff to the side and begin creating our card. Now, I need to make sure that I score this at 4 1/4. Usually I go ahead and I score prior to my videos, but because I was all excited about this card, I forgot. So I am using my Stampin' trimmer, 4 1/4. Make sure, it's kind of like quilting. You want to measure twice, cut once. That's what I'm doing. Measuring twice, score once. I've had so many accidents with scoring or accidentally cutting when I should be scoring and vice versa, and scoring in the wrong spot. Oh, the tales of a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Get my bone folder real quick. All right, that looks pretty good. Ooh. Anyways, okay, that's not really creased very well. I'm all kinds of discombobulated right now. All right, there we go. That sits down a little more flatter than it did. All right, so what we're going to do first is we are going to take our basic black, and I'm gonna go ahead and attach this to my card using some fast fuse. Now you can use any kind of adhesive that you have in your stash, but I prefer fast fuse now that I know how to use it. There we go. Put that on our card like this. Then we're going to set that to the side for now, and we're going to go ahead and do all of our techniques. Okay, so the first step that we're going to start with is the embossing paste. All right, so where'd you go? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this mask and I'm going to kind of place it on my cardstock a little wonky, so it's kind of overlapping a little bit. I'm going to open my embossing paste and I'm going to take a little bit out. I'm going to sit that right here for now, and I'm going to close this back up so it doesn't dry out on me. Anyways, and then we're going to spread this right along the edge. It's kind of plopping up, but I'm not even worried about it because it's not supposed to, this isn't going to be perfect. There might have been a better way for me to do this, but this is Tara's way. I'm not doing a lot. I'm just doing, filling in, making a mess. This stuff is really, really cool though. Just making sure it's kind of even. It doesn't have to be completely even on all of them because I kind of want it, all right, in a way where some of them are like partly filled. All right, so now we're going to pick this up and look how beautiful that is. Now, just so you know, when it comes to embossing paste, like I told you, this stuff dries really, really fast. So you want to make sure that you have like a tub of water or take it to the sink immediately after you finish spreading because it'll dry on here and it'll mess up your mask. So I'll be back in a few seconds. All right, I'm back. See, all nice and clean right now. Okay, so let's set that to the side. Now this stuff dries super fast, so I don't necessarily have to let it sit overnight. So we'll just set this to the side for now, and we're gonna begin to stamp all of our stuff. Now real quick, I did not mention this, but you are going to need a piece of Whisper Whites. I forgot to mention this, but you're gonna need a scrap piece, so that way we can stamp our this little guy on here, our little panda. I meant to mention that earlier, but I forgot. We're gonna go ahead and stamp him. I'm looking for all my stuff. My stuff's all over the place. All right, here we go. And some Memento ink. And you want to just make sure he's inked up really, really well. Inked up really well. All right. Yep, that looks perfect. So we're going to press them down. There we go. Cover up our ink. Set that to the side, and now we're going to do some of our coloring. So like I told you earlier, you're going to need Bermuda Bay stamping blends. So I'm going to take the light first, and then I love the paintbrush side. These things are really sturdy. And then I'm going to color in his balloon, Bermuda Bay, just like this, and then color in that little guy down there, and then close this up, and then we're going to take our dark Bermuda Bay, that's the wrong side, and we're going to kind of outline, giving our balloon a little shadow here. Alright, there we go. And then I'm going to go back over, dang it, I keep doing that, with my light Bermuda Bay just to blend in those colors, so it doesn't look so noticeable. That's where I made this shadow. There you go. And if you want, you could probably take the color lifter and kind of go into the balloon and lift some of that color out, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. So now we're going to go ahead and cut this little guy out using our paper snips. Now, one rule of thumb when you're cutting out images off of your paper, you want to make sure when you're fuzzy cutting to move the paper and not your scissors. You get smoother results that way. I'm not really doing this very fancy. And I'm going to cheat a little bit. And I'm not trying to cut on the black line, even though that's what it looks like I'm doing right now. Sometimes I don't like fuzzy cutting. It's such a fuss. All right. Looking good. Looking good. Alright, so now we're going to finish up with our stamping by stamping our sentiment on our piece of basic black in Versamark ink. So let's take our Versamark out. And then we're going to take our little embossing buddy. Go over this little piece. Rub it on there to prevent any little stragglers from the powder. And that's perfect. Okay. I'm going to take our embossing powder. Alright. And we're going to sprinkle that on top. Tap off the excess. Let's give it one more go. Okay. Put that to the side, and now we're going to take our heat gun, our heat tool, and we're going to heat it up. For it to change before your eyes. Try not to burn my finger. See, I don't know if you can see that, but y'all see how the difference between the one that still has the powder on it and the one that's melted becomes shiny. That's how you know it's done. Okay. Alrighty. I shouldn't have done that. I think I almost burned my mat. It's a fire hazard waiting to happen. Alright, so here we go. It's a pretty little sentiment. So we're going to flag the end of this with our paper snips. I'm taking quite a bit off. I don't know if y'all can tell what I'm doing. There we go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to flag this in too. So I made the black piece a little shorter than the Bermuda Bay, and that was done on purpose. So we're just going to flag the end of this one as well. Boom. There we go. Let's check it real quick. Still long. Good. All right. So now let's set all this stuff to the side and bring out our piece of crumb cake. Your embossing paste should be dry at this point. We're going to take our dimensionals. We're going to take about 4 of these little guys, and we're going to attach it to the back of our panda and 1 on the balloon. So it's a total of 4, because we're gonna pop him up off of the card. Like this. And we're gonna put this little guy right down here over the embossing paste. All right. Looking marvelous. So now we're going to attach our flags together. So I'm going to put some fast fuse on the back side of my happy birthday sentiment, and then I'm going to line the edges up just like so, but I still want a little bit of the Bermuda Bay to show underneath like this. You'll see. And then I'm going to put some more. Ooh. Hate when that happens. Some more fast fuse. And then I'm going to attach this to the edge of my card like this. We're almost finished. Almost finished. So now we're going to wrap our twine around. So what I'd like to do is I like to, I got that on the right side, put a little bit of fast fuse on the top and the bottom. And I'm going to take my twine. I'm not going to cut it off the card. I mean, you can if you know your measurement of your twine, but I just kind of like to guesstimate. And I'm going to just stick the end, or one of the ends, onto the fast fuse, wrap it around the front side of the card, and then the next end will be fastened to the other strip of fast fuse. And then I'm going to snip it like that. I like using fast fuse because it seems to stay in place. You don't want to wrap your twine too tight because it'll bow your card. So you just want to make sure you're mindful of that. Then I'm going to take another piece and I'm going to do the same. But this time, at the top of the card, I'm going to put it like right beside that first strip of twine. And then I'm going to add another strip of fast fuse. I'm going to wrap it around my card. And this time, we're going to kind of spread it away from the first piece of twine. Kind of like that. Because I want a space at the bottom. I want it close at the top and a space at the bottom. Kind of like this. See? So now we are going to take our twine and we're going to tie a bow. I know this is dreaded by a lot of people because they hate tying bows. I mean, a knot would probably suffice for this. You just tie it in a knot. But all I did was I threaded my twine underneath those two strings, or those two strips of twine. And what I'm going to do, I kind of cheat when I'm doing this bow, is I pull out just enough so I can tie a knot. There we go. And then I tie another knot like this. And then I'm going to snip this, kind of gauging. So you can leave it with the knots if you want. But I'm actually going to attempt to tie a bow. So I'm going to do the 2 bunny ears. Well, 1 bunny ear. This is how I actually tie my shoes. I don't do the 2 bunny ears. Boom. There we go. Perfect. Made that really easy. And then we're going to pull this down a little bit. Pull these loose ends down a little bit, making our bow slightly smaller because we don't want it too big. Tighten that up a little bit. I'm going to do a little bit more trimming. Boom. Boom. There we go. And we're almost done. So we're going to flip this back over. We're going to put a little bit of fast fuse on the back side of our card. Ah, didn't mean to do that. I just did that, y'all. It's okay. Fast fuse is really, really sticky. Okay. And then we're going to take our card base and we're going to center this on like this. Tear it down. Yeah. All right, and here we done. Now on this one, I actually added a little bit of dazzling diamonds. I put some glitter on it, so you can do that, or you can leave it plain, or you can just take your Wink of Stella brush and color on the inside. And that's actually what I might do for this one, instead of having to glitter it. Glitter. I'm just gonna take my Wink of Stella and color in my balloon, so that way it gives it a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of shine. And there you have it. Voila! 2 cute little cards. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can find more details regarding this project on my website, thecraftsergeant.com, along with other projects just like this one. You'll find the link in the description box below. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching and happy stamping!